Oppal geng. Perkenalkan, nama aku Puteri Saraswati atau yang biasa dipanggil Ayu. Hari ini in this very special occasion kita lagi bareng-bareng dengan dua wanita yang luar biasa cantiknya. One is freshly crowned, one is also actually kind of freshly crowned. Let me quickly introduce you to our 2023's Miss Charm.
Yes.
Our very own Luma Russo. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Perfectly. Thank you.
And of course, our freshly crowned, belum 24 jam, kita punya Puteri Indonesia Pariwisata dan Miss Charm Indonesia 2023, our very own Lulu Zaharani. So yeah, very excited to share this, not stage, but share the seats with our beautiful queen. So if you wanna say hello to the audience at home.
Hi everyone, it's such a pleasure to be here. I'm very excited to be in Indonesia. You guys have been awesome to me.
Woo, we love you.
Oh.
And yeah, I know I speak on behalf of Yayasan Puteri Indonesia and also the citizens of Indonesia how much we adore your visit here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oke, mungkin hari ini kita akan mulai ngobrol-ngobrol sedikit dan mengenal lebih dekat sosok-sosok putri cantik kita ini. Yang pertama, maybe I'm gonna have a quick chit-chat with you as we are right now actually in a bus roaming through Jakarta's traffic but still trying to keep it productive. Jadi, aku ada beberapa pertanyaan untuk Luma. Okay, Luma, would you mind to quickly, or not, yeah, we have time to introduce yourself and share a little bit more about you to the Indonesians and the Oppal gangs at home?
Of course, it'll be my pleasure. My name is Luma Russo. I am Miss Charm 2023 and the first Miss Charm ever. So it was the first pageant that occurred under the organization of Miss Charm, which has been postponed for 3 years. And then when it finally happened, this finally happened, which I'm very pleased with it. I actually started my pageant career a little bit late, well, relatively late to what the girls usually start. I started at 23.
Okay.
Yes, so now I'm already 28. I'm almost in the end of my pageant career, but I couldn't be almost ending it in a better note with being crowned Miss Charm.
This beautiful, beautiful crown that found a perfect home to rest.
Yes, I have to say Ricardo Patraca did an amazing job with this crown. Rubies are my favorite stones and it looks amazing. It was just meant to be.
Oh wow, these are rubies.
Oh yes,
wow.
girl.
Actually my birthstone.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So that's a little bit of a background story about our very own Luma Russo. Is there anything that you wish to share in terms of any specific message or campaign or program that is close to your heart that you want to share as Miss Charm 2023 to Indonesians or anyone who's watching now?
Well, it might seem like I'm repeating myself, but I feel like this is something worth saying as many times as we can. I strive for freedom. This is my main message. Because nowadays it's very abstract, the concept of freedom. People think that freedom is just doing whatever you feel like, whatever is in your head, but that's not really it.
Yeah.
Yes, you should do whatever is in your heart, but to fulfill your own dreams and not to be, stereotyped or put into a box. And I think it's probably one of the biggest issues women face nowadays is trying to fit into the perfect body, the perfect career. And an empowered woman is the one that works in the office and has no family, and that is just not true. Freedom is you being able to choose whatever you want to do with your life. If you want to be a housewife and you're going to be happy with it, do it. If you want to be a businesswoman, if you want to be a pilot, a puteri, or anything, you're able to do it as long as you strive for freedom true in your heart. So
Preach.
yes, that is my message, and I'll keep repeating it as long as there's people listening to me, please.
Nah, teman-teman tadi udah dengar pesan luar biasa yang super empowering from our first and well-deserved, definitely, Miss Charm. You're setting the bar super high about freedom. Benar banget tadi yang di-share sama Luma, bahwa sebenarnya freedom itu terkadang misunderstood by people. Banyak yang punya persepsi bahwa freedom itu, oh perempuan harus kerja di kantor, atau perempuan nggak perlu punya pasangan, atau perempuan yang bisa melakukan semuanya sendiri. But freedom is about having an option and living
Your
a
true
choice.
self.
Exactly.
Yes, just going with your choice, sticking
Amen.
with it, and not really listening to what people think they know about you or what they think you should do. I don't think that's, it shouldn't be right. We shouldn't pay attention to those people. Just follow your
Amen.
heart.
Amen.
That's what I did, and it seems to be working out.
This is a living embodiment of what freedom is and what choosing freedom does to you. Maybe you want to share a little bit of a background story of why is freedom something that's so close to your heart, and why is it a specific campaign that you wanna preach about to people?
Okay, so my story is kind of long. It might take a while.
No worries. Jakarta's traffic.
Good then. Well, I'm a very curious person, and as any curious person, I want to get to know pretty much everything. I want to learn new things, do new things. And that started because I left my home country very young. My mom moved abroad when I was 9 years old, and I moved with her. And then since then, I've been kind of hopping around countries and getting to know different cultures, different experiences, and learning new things about myself.
Yeah.
It got to a point in my life where this whole empowered woman thing was really, really high still nowadays. And then what I had understood as a very young woman was that being empowered and being independent was exactly being working, and you have to be successful at your job, at your school, and everything. And I was striving specifically for that and trying to put my true dreams aside, which is to give out a true message to the world, to have a family. I'm still traditional.
I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm still traditional in that sense, and to be honest, I used to be ashamed of it. I thought that in the modern world, there was no room for people who had some traditional thoughts. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not 100% traditional.
Yeah.
I've lived a lot throughout the world, so I've got a bit of experience. And I caught myself at one point trying to figure out what it was that people wanted from me. And then I perceived that I was trying to fit into this little box that people saw of me, of either, oh, you're beautiful, so you're not smart. Or if you're smart, then you're snarky. And I started falling into that category. And then I realized I was not comfortable with it. And I wanted to show the world that women can be whatever they want. So I ended up doing a million things in my life. I'm a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist, graduated in England. I am a commercial pilot.
Are you?
Yes, with my license in the US, and then I moved to England to finish up the second part of the course. I am an English teacher. I've been an English teacher for about 11 years. I enjoy science and psychology and physiotherapy. I started studying it. Now I'm going to law school. I'm halfway through.
Is that what you are doing?
Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. So that is what freedom is for me. I think people have this idea that whatever you start doing, you have to commit to it, and it doesn't matter whatever happened, that's it. If you're not happy, you still have to do it. That's not true. And I realized that by, kind of traveling through all of these interests throughout my life, I was very lucky to have the mom like that. And I've noticed that every single interview I give, I end up talking about my mom because she is just the embodiment of woman empowerment for me.
Yeah.
She is the embodiment of freedom, of someone who literally followed her dreams. I get goosebumps talking about her, and I'll probably get a bit emotional. But yeah, freedom for me was trying to bring that into my life, not to be ashamed of saying, oh no, this is not for me.
Yeah.
I want to change paths. And that happened even in the pageant world. I started in the world version in my city pageant, and I started moving franchises, and then I am very versatile. I can play whatever character you want.
Yeah.
I can become whatever kind of poise that you like, whatever kind of style. It's very easy for me. But living like that is not nice.
Yeah.
And changing franchises, I realized that, and I used to say that, is tell me what the profile is, I'll fit it. And that happened to me in the last pageant that was my national at Supra, which I was second runner-up. And then after that, I said, okay, I need to take some time off pageants because I was starting to get lost. I was just trying to fit into that stereotype that whatever the franchises wanted.
I feel you.
Right?
Yeah.
And that happens really easily to women. We start listening to other people's opinions and the criticism. And I took a break from stages and crowns and sashes until Miss Charm. Miss Charm came at a very unexpected moment while I was just head on into my university degree, and I ended up accepting it because of what it stands for. Culture, education, tourism, and technology.
Wow.
It's what's growing in the world. It's what's important for me, you know? I value culture so much, maybe because I got to know so much of it around the world. And then I accepted the invitation because of that, and because it was the first edition. So there were no guidelines.
Of course.
No one knew what they were looking for. And if I have to be honest, I didn't think I was going to win. I wasn't, thirsty and desperate for the crown. Yes, of course, I wanted to win. No one travels all the way around the world to just, get to know people or whatever. That's part of it. But I didn't know if I was prepared. I didn't know if I was the kind of person that we're looking for. So this was the one time that I said, okay, I am going to wear what I feel comfortable in, do my own makeup, and act the way I normally am, because otherwise I'm going to imagine if you win and then you have to keep pretending throughout the whole year. It's impossible. So I did that. I had a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends. I have to say I had the time of my life during my quarantine at Miss Charm. And it worked out. So on my final answer, I didn't know what the question was going to be. And my answer was exactly about freedom. And I don't know where it came from, because I'm very good at talking about technical things. But when, personal things are always a bit harder. And when I received the question of, what do you live for? That was it. I said, whoa. And then it came from within me, really, truly from my heart. And then it was after that night, after my crowning, that I said, okay, this is my mission. I've tried to fit into boxes. I've tried to be the stereotypical pretty little girl, either smart or just pretty. And from that moment on, I said, you know what? I was me throughout this thing, and being me is where I got the furthest. So that's what I'm advocating in. Just educate yourself, not only intellectually, but emotional education is very important as well. And Miss Charm really made me grow a lot and really value that kind of freedom.
Wow.
If you get me going, I'll keep talking.
No. I wish we had more time. I'm gonna steal this girl for like a cup of coffee. Because we're learning a lot from Luma right here. Jadi teman-teman, kalau aku boleh merangkum sedikit aja apa yang tadi di-share oleh Miss Charm kita. And once again, thank you so much Miss Charm for picking this queen and bringing this mission forward to us, because I feel like this is extremely relevant for any girls, especially Indonesians yang kadang kita ngerasa insecure tentang diri kita sendiri, insecure kalau kita belum tahu kita maunya apa, karena kita banyak banget hal yang pengen kita lakukan, atau kadang apa yang kita ingin lakukan terkesan gak cukup ambisius. This is the embodiment of being true to what your heart says, and this is a living proof of that you can be good at many things at the same time and touch people's lives differently. So thank you so much, Luma, for sharing that. Maybe we'll move forward a little bit with getting to know our beautiful freshly crowned Puteri Indonesia Pariwisata. Tadi udah dengar sedikit cerita dari our Miss Charm. Gimana menurut Lulu of what she shared. Tadi kan Luma cerita sedikit tentang freedom gitu, tentang kebebasan. Nah sekarang Lulu udah mengenakan mahkota dan akhirnya officially menjadi bagian dari Yayasan Puteri Indonesia. How does it feel to you? Ada nggak rasa kayak bebas atau gimana perasaannya? Is there any form of freedom that you feel?
Mungkin karena masih baru aja semalam ya Kak Ayusa. Jadi masih gimana ya, masih aku tadi sempat cerita juga dengan Kak Luma. Can I say like that ya. Dan kata Kak Luma, just be on yourself. Pasti bisa. Setiap orang itu punya insecurities-nya masing-masing, dan nobody's perfect.
Ya.
Kamu bisa belajar, kamu punya waktu yang sangat panjang untuk belajar, untuk menghadapi ajang internasional Miss Charm nanti, dan aku yakin kamu bisa, kata Kaluma seperti itu tadi. Jadi memang kita tadi udah sharing banyak, aku banyak cerita juga about myself. Kaluma, aku masih kurang ini, nggak apa-apa, kamu bisa belajar, toh aku juga punya insecure, kata Kaluma begitu.
Ya, luar biasa banget. Jadi sebenarnya Lulu ini walaupun belum 24 jam menjabat sebagai Puteri Indonesia, tapi udah memanfaatkan waktunya untuk menggali ilmu dari Miss Charm-nya langsung, mumpung Miss Charm-nya lagi di sini. Dan benar banget, kunci yang tadi aku dapat dari jawaban Lulu adalah walaupun aku belum bisa sekarang, tapi aku mau belajar sehingga suatu saat aku pasti bisa, gitu ya.
Betul.
Jadi gimana Lulu? Tadi kita udah loncat aja nih langsung ke pertanyaan mengenai Miss Charm. Mungkin Lulu mau cerita sedikit gimana perasaannya. Lulu kemarin represent Lampung kan?
Iya, betul.
Jadi mungkin mau cerita sedikit tentang provinsinya Lulu, dan Lulu mau cerita pengalaman selama perjalanan sampai akhirnya crown ini menemukan Lulu, dan Lulu menemukan crown yang bisa di-share ke teman-teman Oppal Geng di rumah.
Iya, sebenarnya terima kasih pertama-tama kepada PT Mustika Ratu dan juga Yayasan Puteri Indonesia karena telah mempercayakan saya untuk menjadi Puteri Indonesia Pariwisata 2023. Sebenarnya sedikit shock, gak nyangka, tapi bersyukur nih Kak Ayusa. Aku merasa aku kayak paling muda. Aku emang testan paling muda kan kemarin. Aku bisa nggak ya mencoba untuk lebih baik dari semuanya gitu. Oh ternyata finally I can gitu. Dan I'm so grateful karena di usia aku yang paling muda ini ternyata aku mampu fighting di antara yang lain-lainnya gitu Kak Aisyah. Dan memang perjalanan aku di pageant itu nggak langsung ke Puteri Indonesia nih Kak Ayusa. Dimulai dari pemilihan putra-putri daerah, lalu pemilihan Puteri Indonesia daerah juga gitu. Jadi membuat aku juga semakin siap gitu untuk menghadapi pemilihan Puteri Indonesia di pusat gitu. Jadi nggak kaget, udah punya bayangan, oh mungkin nanti seperti ini gitu. Dan jujur aja nih Kak Yusa, mungkin aku udah beberapa kali ikut pageant di daerah, tapi pasti tetap beda sama pemilihan di pusat. Dan setiap malam itu aku selalu berpikir, aku bisa nggak ya melewati karantina. Dan untuk menenangkan itu aku setel lagu,
apa tuh?
Lagu theme songnya ini Puteri Indonesia.
Waduh.
Setiap malam. Jadi biar kepikiran, oke, enjoy gitu supaya bisa melewati karantinanya
Wah,
gitu.
luar biasa. Mungkin
Iya.
Mas Baim dan teman-teman biduan kemarin ternyata lagu kita didengerin loh tiap malam, menghantarkan Lulu ke crown-nya. Luar biasa banget, senang banget dengar bahwa Lulu di sini cerita bahwa hal yang tadinya membuat Lulu insecure and doubt herself, she was telling us about how she felt that her age might be something that might limit her in the national selection, but turns out that regardless of her age, it's her experience that and her intuition and her fighting spirit that guided her throughout the process until she is now your Miss Charm Indonesia.
Yes, my first ever crowned Miss Charm for the next pageant.
You've got a good one here. I can tell that from her answers. She is someone who's excited to learn and how much of an inspiration you are to her. She was telling me that you guys had a little time to chit chat,
Yes.
but she's trying to like squeeze in all the good energy, the information from you. So yeah, hopefully you two get to spend more time to get to know each other and also learn a thing or two about each other and from each other. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Everyone can learn. Age is just a number.
Yeah.
Experience is something completely different. Everyone can learn from one another. It
Yeah.
really doesn't matter.
Amen.
But I have to say, and I haven't said this in public yet, but when I saw her on stage, I turned to the side to Olivia, who was with me, and I said, she looks like a Miss Charm.
Oh, I get a goosebump.
Yes, I actually said that, and Miss International was with me. She's like, no, I want her to go to the International. I said, no, she is a Miss Charm. Listen to me. She's coming to Miss Charm. And I was really excited to see that that's how it turned out.
Wow. Manifesting. I hope that's something that you remember. So she was telling me that every time she doubted herself, she listens to Puteri Indonesia theme song. So it reminded her of what being a Putri is all about. It kept her calm, and hopefully this conversation, what she said about you, her intuition, and manifesting you as Miss Charm Indonesia can be a good reminder before you go to bed. Ingat-ingat, ya ampun, Miss Charm tuh Miss Charmnya sendiri pengen Lulu menjadi successor-nya. So hopefully you can do your best to be Indonesia's Miss Charm.
Iya. Semoga begitu ya,
Amin.
guys. Amin.
Okay, now we're gonna chit chat a bit more and getting to know more about Luma. So I understand that this is your first time in Indonesia, right? So how have you found Indonesia, and is there any specific impression or food or drinks even? So I heard you get quite addicted to one of our Indonesian drinks that you want to share.
Yes. Yes. I am quite a foodie, and gastronomic. Gastronomic tourism is probably my favorite.
We'll talk.
I've been trying. Yes, I've been trying pretty much everything I can from local food.
Yeah.
And Asian food in general, I really like it. But Indonesian food has a different flavor. I don't know what kind of condiment you guys use, or if it's the energy, because you guys are so lovable and so warm. And I felt that literally with the weather and with the people figuratively.
And the food too.
Yeah,
Hot.
and the food. That's the one thing I'm trying to get used to still. But that's definitely something I felt from the moment I arrived at the airport, the reception I got from the fans, from the pageant lovers. It's really, I believe in energy a lot. To me, everything is energy. Whatever you put out is what you receive. And I feel it. I feel it when it's true from people. And here in Indonesia, I can feel it when people are being true and really supportive of me. Apart from that, going back to the foods, jamu. Oh my God, jamu. Gee, in Brazil, I drink kind of a version of it. but it's nowhere as good as what I had here. I think I'm going to take like a container full of it because it's so good. It's either that or I'll have to keep coming back to Indonesia to have more.
Either way.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for us.
Yeah, it's amazing. I really like the whole idea behind the consumption of jamu that is, health and boosting your energy and your immune system. And that's something taking care of your body is just as important as taking care of your mind. And I think both of them walk together. So now finding out that jamu is even better than what I usually drink, I'm so much happier. I have to get like a recipe of what you guys drink here because I want to take it back to Brazil with me.
Definitely. We'll get you because we have jamu that is now packaged in powder form.
Okay.
So you can just, because normally jamu is from herbs and a lot of root plants.
Curcuma,
ginger, turmeric. Because you can't get the whole fruits there. So we've processed it in a natural way that we have it. You can easily, quickly have jamu just by boiling it in hot water.
Yeah, I've heard there's the powder form, and I'm probably going to be looking for that before I leave because
I'll make sure it'll find you.
Oh, thank you. I'll find it anyway.
Oke, jadi ternyata Miss Charm kita ini seorang foodie, Oppal geng. Agak nggak beda jauh sama aku. Mungkin dulu ada rekomendasi makanan dari Lampung kan, besok dengar-dengar mau ke Lampung kan. If she has any food recommendations, you're traveling with her.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. If you have any food recommendations for her.
Kalau di Lampung itu rekomendasi makanan terfavoritnya tuh seruit sih Kak. Yang kayak dimakan sama 45 finalis Puteri Indonesia kemarin yang kita ke Lampung.
Oh, ya ada kuahnya.
Bukan. Seruit itu kita makan bareng-bareng gitu. Kita pakai ikan, pakai sambal. Nah, yang bikin khas juga itu sambalnya orang Lampung itu ada namanya sambal tempoyak. Gitu.
Oh, tempoyak.
Tempoyak itu dia durian. Iya, durian difermentasi gitu. Enak banget.
Have you had durian before?
I had it and I didn't know it was it.
Oh.
It was actually Olivia, the one who gave it to me. I had a big prejudice against durian because it has a strong smell. I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
But then she brought durian and it was already peeled and chopped and I had it. I was like, oh, this is really good. What is it? She's like, durian. I'm like, no, it's not. What is it? No, it is durian. I'm like, oh my god, I like durian. I didn't even know. I didn't want to try it. And that's unlike me because I say I'll try everything at least once.
Yeah.
Like, even to say that I don't like it, but first I'll try it. With durian wasn't like that for a few years, but I'm thankful someone got it to me because it's delicious.
It's not bad, right?
No, it's actually really good. I like it.
She'll make sure you have some of that. So you've had the fresh or like the fruit form of durian.
Yes.
So she was just telling us that we're back where she's from in Lampung. They've got a special sambal, which is like a spicy. Hopefully besok nggak terlalu pedes ya, because she doesn't take spice too much, right?
A little bit is fine. A little bit.
It's spiced durian. Ooh. So this is the next level version of durian. Girl, you gotta up your game.
Oh yeah, I'm all for it.
So yeah, she'll tour you around. She's a Lampung girl. She'll know the best stuff to eat there.
Exactly. Something else, talking about Lampung, it was really interesting, and maybe that had something to do with my intuition of Miss Charm. The theme for this year's Puteri Indonesia was exactly Lampung, and Miss Charm is all about culture and tourism. I had this just feeling when I saw her and I saw the sash Lampung. I said, that girl, she's gonna go far. She's gonna get places. Yeah, that might have had something to do with it, but I'm glad I was right.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, she's already doing us proud. It's our first day. And she's got a lot of people supporting her, even Miss Charm herself.
Iya, aku senang banget bisa langsung sharing sama Kak Luma.
Yeah, it's a precious opportunity. Not everyone
Yeah.
who is representing Indonesia for many pageants have this one-on-one session and
Oh.
yeah, a bonding session with
It's
the embodiment. You know, if she's not, no one else in the world is more Miss Charm than this woman.
Oh my God,
So if
no.
you're gonna learn,
Yeah.
this is the queen to learn from.
No, she's on a good path. Today we were commenting on. We saw some of the other candidates when we were going back to the hotel, and it was clear to see how loved she is. How the girls came up to her to greet her and how happy they were to see her. It kind of, it was clear. It set her apart, you know. And I said, oh, that's really good because it's what Miss Charm is all about.
Oh, jadi itu nanti diingat-ingat lagi what Luma was just telling us, how Miss Charm stands for, what was it? Culture.
Culture,
education.
tourism, education, and technology.
There
It's
you
an
go.
integration of all of it.
There you go. Individually, they sound like very different things, but looking at you, and I'm like, this girl who knows that she wants to learn it all and she can embody it all. That's like Miss Charm, right? Nanti, yeah, you don't have to just be someone who's good at one thing. You can be a whole person and yeah, be able to advocate for the advancement of different sectors in Indonesia. And she is Puteri Indonesia Pariwisata, tourism, which is a big part of Miss Charm.
Exactly.
Okay, queens, we have a little surprise for you. So this is probably one of the biggest videotrons in Jakarta and in Indonesia, I think. And yeah, I'd like you to check out what we are displaying, not just to you, but to the whole of Jakarta.
Oh my God!
A warm welcome!
Thank you.
Thank you
So
so much,
nice.
City
Thank you.
Vision.
Oh, that's the sweetest.
So that is, if this isn't the most prime Videotron
Wow.
location by City Vision, and it's got
So
both your
great.
names in it,
Oh my God! I'm
a
gonna
very
get
big
emotional.
warm welcome from Jakarta to you.
Oh, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me to
You're
be
so
here.
loved.
I have to say I've been through a few hardships in this pageant world, and I finally found myself with Miss Charm. So just thank you, really from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for
Of
having me.
course, thank you, Indonesia, for the love. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this goes in or out of cam, but yeah,
No,
you did not just found Miss Charm. I think Miss Charm found you too. I've
Thank you.
only
No,
gotten to
I'm-
know you for a little bit, but yeah,
Thank you, really.
I'm glad you've gotten to touch mine and our lives.
No, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me.
You know, I mean, I was hearing so many good things from the pageant lovers. How everyone's so impressed by you, and you know,
That's so nice.
yeah.
It was funny because I was never in the hot picks for the pageants, and a few of my friends were like, oh, they never mention you and blah blah blah, and I started to get kind of sad, like affected by it, and then I said, you know what, I don't care about these people. They're not the judges. They're not
Exactly,
there. They're not
exactly.
quarantining. A lot goes on behind cameras. It's not an Instagram pageant.
Exactly.
And I'm glad. I'm glad I thought that way because turned out well.
Yeah, it turned out the you that you are is more than enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. To ingat-ingat, there's so much
Yeah.
more than what goes on the screen and on the stage, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good time with the girls, and you just let your, like her, you know, you just let your personality and your mission shine.
Ya, tadi Kak Luma juga bilang kalau kita ikut perlombaan itu jadilah diri sendiri, karena kalaupun nanti tidak menang, kita sudah banyak dapat benefitnya. Kita punya teman baru, kita punya relasi yang sangat luas, seluruh dunia ada di sana, dan kita mendapatkan segala pengalaman yang lebih pokoknya.
She's sharing of when you say to her how important it is to be just herself in the competition, because you win or you lose. Hopefully she wins, but if she doesn't, which no one knows, being herself and being the loving and the loved person that she is, she's gonna have a lot of friends. She's gonna come back with a lot of good people loving her.
Definitely. I think the thing about being yourself, whether you win or you lose, is that if you lose, at least you don't lose yourself. You may lose your crown. It's fine. You have other options, other opportunities, but losing yourself is so much worse, I think. I've almost been there, So I speak it from a place where I say, just keep true to your heart, and keep doing what makes you happy, and that's pretty much it. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I feel like it's so important to keep saying it, especially to young girls like yourself, to just remember that, it's important.
Speaking from experience, I mean, this is, I think, is something that is extremely important to emphasize, and thank you for, you're not repeating yourself. I do feel like this is something that's relevant, not just in the pageant industry.
Oh yeah.
Every day we check our social media and we end up doubting who we are. We doubt our value. We compare ourselves with what we think we know of other people.
And at the end of the day, we only show on social media what we want to show. Yeah,
exactly.
The behind the scenes is so different. It's another story, So it's easy to, and something else, the internet trolls.
No.
Oh my God, they're usually fake profiles that will never show their faces. They're gonna make a comment about you and then forget, but you're going to be thinking about and wasting your time on someone who doesn't even have the courage to show their face, to say who they are. So it's just not worth it, It's not worth to lose your peace of mind over that.
Amen. Itu something that you need to remember, apalagi kita di negara yang pageant enthusiastnya banyak kan. So it's only natural, and I mean, it's only logical that some will love you, some will not. Some will say they love you and turns out they don't. But but I mean, as long as you know what you stand for, and you know that you're an honest, hardworking person who just wants to give back to society, who's doing your best for your future and for Indonesia, that's all that matters. You just stay true to this amazing person that you are. Tadi Luma baru aja bilang kayak she thinks kayak teman-teman, the girls tuh really supportive of you when you win, and that shows the character and how loved you are.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's true. I didn't know her before. I didn't have like one-on-one time before the final or anything. But like I said, I believe in energy, and I feel like her energy is true, is genuine.
Aww.
She's gonna go far. I'm telling you. Yeah, you're gonna hear about Lulu.
Amen. Amen, Lulu. Oke, sekarang kita nanya-nanya sedikit lagi sama Lulu. Lulu kayak matanya berkaca-kaca dikit dengan she's being a bit emotional now. Okay. Do you wanna share with us? Mungkin Lulu mau kasih sedikit sneak peek ke teman-teman. Kan aku udah pernah tuh tahu rasanya pakai crown. You've had your share of wearing your crowns, and you just got your Puteri Indonesia crown as well. Mungkin bisa spill ke teman-teman gimana sih rasanya saat Lulu pertama kali mengenakan crown Puteri Indonesia Pariwisata ini?
Rasanya pastinya bangga banget sih Kak Ayusa, karena dengan di usia yang sangat muda, Lulu sudah bisa menggunakan mahkota Puteri Indonesia Pariwisata nih. Jadi harapannya apa yang Lulu lakukan sekarang ini bisa menjadi inspirasi untuk teman-teman lainnya.
Amin.
Berpikir bahwa benar kata Kaluma tadi, age is just number. Segala sesuatu bisa dilakukan walaupun kita masih muda gitu. Justru lakukanlah sejak dari muda. Sejak muda sudah mulai ditata, sudah mulai dijalankan, sehingga kita saat tua sudah bisa merasakan segala hasilnya gitu Kak Isa.
Oke, jadi itu semua orang kan punya rasa yang berbeda-beda ya saat pertama kali menggunakan crown-nya. Kalau Lulu bangga karena dia jadi representasi
Ya,
yang
betul.
muda tapi kecil-kecil cabai rawit gitu ya. So I was just telling her and asking her how she feels when she first was being crowned, and she's proud of it, and she's like, though I'm young, like I earned this.
Dan
Exactly.
ada rasa sangat bahagia karena benar-benar orang tuanya Lulu itu duduk di depan panggung. Jadi benar-benar pas banget di belakang juri. Jadi ketika mama papa, Lulu, you're good. Papa sampai gini. I'm so happy melihat orang tuaku juga bahagia.
Aku jadi pengen nangis. Yeah, because I know what it's like, you know. You're being a part of Puteri Indonesia's quarantine. You're so far apart from your family, and there's so much to prepare. I bet you know it, and you tend to think that you're a burden
Oh yeah.
to the family because of all the things you have to prepare. Kan kita banyak banget persiapannya, sampai kayak aku tuh malu kadang sama papa karena banyak banget kayaknya aku ngerepotin untuk persiapan, and I can't be there always for them when I'm doing my putri stuff, but seeing their faces, like even though so far, but kayak ngelihat sedikit aja, just like a glimpse of our parents, itu rasanya udah kayak I'm doing this for the right reasons, and I'm hopefully making them proud, and I bet they're so proud of you, and not just your parents, but Lampung and Indonesia is very proud of you too.
Of course.
As is Miss Charm organization, I've heard.
Dulu mau tisu. Oke, Oppal geng, mungkin kita udah keliling-keliling Jakarta. Tadi hampir ke pelabuhan, saking banyaknya kita ngobrol. Kayaknya takut-takut kita udah gak di Jakarta lagi. Mungkin ada sedikit pertanyaan buat Lulu. Gimana sih, walaupun masih hari pertama menjabat, udah kebayang belum persiapannya apa aja sih untuk ke Miss Charm?
Iya, tentu udah justru sejak di mahkotakan itu udah kebayang-bayang Kak Yusa. Oke, banyak nih PR-nya Lulu, banyak yang harus Lulu perbaiki, banyak yang harus Lulu pelajari gitu. Makanya I'm so grateful I have a long time to learn, dan semoga di waktu yang panjang itu Lulu benar-benar bisa maksimal belajar sehingga nanti saat membawa nama baik Indonesia di ajang Miss Charm itu mendapatkan hasil yang maksimal juga.
Amin, 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 amin. And last but not least, maybe if there's anything that you wish to share to our Miss Charm Indonesia to help her through the beautiful journey to this.
Yes, hopefully to this. Recognize your weaknesses, work on them, but praise your strengths. Don't think you're all about weak spots, because you're not. Also, you're not a burden to anyone. I'm sure your parents are extremely proud of you. Ask for help if you need it. It's no shame to need help. And make sure you plan out your stuff very well, especially right before the pageant. I'm sure you did it for Puteri because this is just such a demanding pageant. So make sure you just plan out and you have your calendar well set, and you have enough time to do everything you want to do before the pageant. But just remember that it's okay to ask for help. Help is always welcome. We don't know everything. It's impossible to know everything. So there's always someone who's going to be better at something than you are. So it's just natural. If you want to get the best out of everything, get the best team with you, the best help with you, and just go with it.
So important. I feel like I'm not going to Miss Charm, but I'm learning. Jadi teman-teman Oppal Gang, luar biasa, hari ini kita banyak banget belajar. Tadinya padahal sebenarnya Bustertainment ini kayaknya tujuannya tuh pengen mengenal mereka lebih dalam, tapi ujung-ujungnya kok kita yang banyak belajar ya dari mereka ya. Jadi luar biasa banget. Thank you so much Luma.
Thank you.
And Lulu, double Lu. Luma Lulu.
Actually, fun fact, my family calls me Lulu. Yeah, can you believe that?
Oh wow.
The coincidence of it. Yeah, my
Double
mom, my
Lulu.
grandma, everyone calls me Lulu. It's my
Aw.
family nickname. Yeah.
Okay, now Indonesians, you're gonna have to call her Lulu too.
I'll take it. I'll love it. I'll love it.
Thank you so much, Lulus,
Yeah.
for sharing this session with us, for sharing your experience and your insights. And yeah, I was just telling them how initially this session was meant for us to get to know you a little bit more, but I feel like yeah, we're the ones that are taking notes and learning a lot from you. So thank you.
It's
Thank
my
you.
pleasure
Thank you
to
so
be here. I'm
much,
so happy.
Ayu.
And
Thank
we
you so
wish
much
you
for the
all
opportunity.
the best
Thank you.
for your law school, especially too, and
Thank
for
you. I'm gonna need it.
your travels. Terima kasih banyak Oppal Gang, teman-teman semuanya. Terima kasih banyak juga untuk Yayasan Puteri Indonesia pastinya. Terima kasih untuk Oppal, terima kasih untuk Mustika Ratu atas kesempatannya dan membuat podcast luar biasa ini jadi nyata. Oke, sebelum kita tutup podcast kita hari ini, mungkin is there anything that you want to share to the audience, last but not least?
Actually, I want to thank the organization. So, terima kasih Yayasan Puteri Indonesia. Terima kasih Oppal. So happy to be here. Really, thank you. I couldn't be more grateful.
She speaks like a true Indonesian. We feel like you're one of us already now.
Oh, I wish. I wish.
Dari Lulu gimana?
Ya, terima kasih juga untuk PT Mustika Ratu serta Oppal yang sudah membuat bincang kita sore ini sangat seru banget.
Oke, terima kasih sekali lagi buat teman-teman juga yang udah nonton. Dan jangan lupa saksikan konten-konten selama pemilihan Puteri Indonesia dan konten-konten dari Puteri Indonesia 2023. Ada banyak banget konten-konten seru lainnya hanya di Oppal. Bye!